everyone, welcome back to 12 Days of Spring with Daisy and Christy. Thanks so much for letting us have our little mini break. We are moving on with 9 umbrellas, and I am going to use this cut file that I received from Daisy that already has the 9 on there. So that made this a little bit easier for me. Doing something like this makes me realize how much I really wish I would just suck it up and buy a silhouette, but you know, I won't, because I can always think of other things to use with my money. But I love this. So I'm going to back it with the Echo Park, I think it's Enchanted paper pack collection. It's my 6x6 papers, and I have been watching Crystal from Pineapple Papers. Her YouTube is awesome, so if you haven't seen it yet, I'll leave a link below. You definitely need to go check her out. She makes beautiful layouts, and she's doing a series right now where she's busting through all of her 6x6 paper pads, and that is always a fantastic reminder to pull them out and use them. I know I've used them a little bit on the series already, but it really got me thinking that it would be perfect to back this cut file with those. So I went ahead and pulled out one I hadn't used yet. I love it. It was kind of springy and colorful, and I figured I could do another layout about Nora, as I find spring is really has been very heavily Nora creating layouts. They just happen to have been. Although tomorrow is a Jackson layout, so make sure you check it out. So that you see I'm going through. I'm just gonna back them all. I'm gonna go ahead and stitch them as well, and I'm still obviously very new to cutting backing cut files, and it was a little tricky, and I stitched before I trimmed, and so I had some issues, but it all got done, and I was super happy with the way it turned out, and I love the finished look to it, so I'm fine with that. So while you watch me just kind of finish all of that, again, thank you so much for your patience as we had a little bit of break while Daisy had her surgery and then recovered, and then I had a very crazy weekend. It was very just filled with nothing big, but just lots of little things, and so it was really lovely to be able to have that little break. And real life, right? We hadn't had all 12 of these created in time when we started this, and so it's just the way it worked. So I appreciate your patience with us and your love and support towards Daisy. That was really awesome. And we're back, so we're excited to finish this off for you. Daisy is still recovering a little bit, so we're working with it, but she says she thinks she's good and we can finish it out, so we're gonna try and go for that. And I am actually the one that was holding up her this week, because as you see what I'm doing right now, backing all of this with just some white acrylic paint. I'm actually doing this today on the Tuesday that this is going up. Yeah, I hadn't created this layout yet, but that's okay. I've got it done. I love the way it turned out. I'm gonna work on tomorrow's as soon as I'm done doing this voiceover, and hopefully that'll get me, a day ahead again, and we'll be good and ready to roll. And this is a fun layout. It's kind of whimsy. I think that's what I really like about all of these spring layouts, is I kind of get to have my whimsy on, and I don't do that all the time. My layouts always have a little bit of eclecticness to them, I think would be a good word for it, but they don't always get to have the whimsiness to it. So I've been having so much fun kind of stretching myself outside my limits just a little bit, and it's kind of a trend right now, this fun, whimsical kind of thing. I see it everywhere, and I don't know if it's just because that's the season we're in, or if that's kind of what the trend right now is for scrapbooking, but I like it, and I'm going with it. I'm going to go ahead and spell out my title here, and it is a quote from Winnie the Pooh, so Eeyore, and what it says is, "It never hurts to keep looking for sunshine." I thought that was really fitting to go with umbrellas. I don't know, I liked it. So I'm going through all of my alphas I had pulled out to see what I can make work. I didn't have enough of the pink or the yellow color to make the word sunshine one word in the color, so I went ahead and just used sun in pink and shine in yellow. I like that. That was fine. And then I'm trying to figure out if I can spell one more word, either the word it's or never, in these same fonts here. I struggle a little bit, but what I end up doing is I have enough of the pink to spell out the word never, except for the fact I don't have a V. So I just ended up taking a W and trimming it. You can totally tell that I cut it, but I'm going with it. And then I just used another yellow alpha to pick up the yellow and the word shine, and there you go. I tape it all down and get it all lined up so that it is correctly. I do that off screen because this was taking me quite a while to do this morning, and I figured you probably didn't want to watch me do that. I then struggled with my glue. I don't know, it was clogged somehow. I couldn't figure out how to unclog it. And then, which is actually a blessing in disguise, because I decided to pop the umbrellas up with some fun foam, and I didn't show that to you because I was really frustrated, but they are popped up a little, which worked really well because then I could slide these 2 photos of my daughter underneath that bottom umbrella there. These are just photos of her in the swing, just being happy and cute. I really loved her outfit that day. Her pants matched her sweatshirt, even though they were different patterns, and I just love it. You can see her little foot in her socks, and there's just little tiny things, and she was just happy to be there. This was after she's had a couple goes at the swing, and this was a moment she liked it. She now likes the swing. I know I created a layout the other day a while ago talking about her first swing ride and how she wasn't really into it, but she enjoys it now, and this is just kind of one of those. And my journaling is just going to talk about how, you know what, even in a situation that may not be the best, there's always something happy to look forward to, something good in the situation, and it can be any situation. And so I say, you know what, if you live your life always looking for the silver lining, you're going to have a very happy and joyful just being about yourself and your presence, and people are going to notice that and be drawn to you because of your positivity. And I just want her to be able to have that, because who doesn't want their kids to be full of joy and happiness? And as we focus in, of course, on Jackson, trying to help him with whatever needs he needs with therapy and everything, we don't want to forget about Nora. And so this is kind of that little bit kind of wrapped up into a layout, if that makes sense to you. And I did get tearful talking about that, which is so funny because I didn't realize I felt that emotional about it, but apparently I do. So I don't know. I like it. I said the word so a lot. Sorry about that. And I'm going to go through all my stickers, see what I can find. I don't find anything other than the fact that I find this free spirit sticker, one that says happy little girl, that you're going to see me play around with for quite a while. Actually, it took me forever to figure out the placement of it. And I end up taking the word little out. So it says happy girl kind of tucked in between the umbrellas so that there's just something there. And then I also find a heart that has like rays shooting out of it, which made me think of sunshine. And I placed that right next to the word sunshine. Trace everything with a black pen so that there's a nice little frame to it all. And that becomes my layout for day 9. I don't know. I like it. This was a layout that actually was quite fast. So I was very pleased with myself. Once I backed the cut file, I did this layout in a day, in a morning, you guys. Like, I think it's 10 o'clock right now. I totally finished this layout in one sitting, and that's not like me. You all know I say this all the time. I do things in little spurts. I was able to just whip this layout out, and I like it. Like, I'm not going to change it. I like it. So it was really nice and a different kind of pace for me. So I'm pretty pleased with all of that. Please make sure to go head on over and check out Daisy's take for today. I really like her layout. It's very cute. And we'll be back tomorrow with day 10. We're almost done, even though we had a bit of a break. We have 3 more episodes to go for this series. So I hope you've been enjoying it, and I'd love to hear so far what has been your favorite day, because I always find that really interesting to see what people like the most out of this. All right, so there you go. I've got that all figured out. You can see I've kind of moved things around, and then tracing. With my lines, I don't always do this, but when it's something along the lines that there's lots of stuff hanging off the edges, I take my ruler to draw my lines so I don't kind of mess anything up or trace over something. I've done it a million times where I've traced over something and I've ruined it, and I let it be because whatever, but if I can avoid it, I'm going to try to avoid it. And so that is why I'm using my ruler for this time with tracing it all out. there you have it. All right, I'm going to show you my finished layout there. And again, thanks everyone so much for watching. Bye.